Welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Wakithia. I go by It's Your Girl Wakithia, and I focus on beginner-friendly makeup tips and tricks that you can use in your everyday makeup routines. Now, I will say this makeup look is not really beginner-friendly, but I did this off camera, so you don't even have to worry about all that. But anyways, we are going to do a little get ready with me, a little chit chat, and if you have looked at the thumbnail, baby, are you watching Love Island? Are you watching Love Island? Y'all, when I say this season of Love Island has taken everybody on like some type of roller coaster, because for one, it's completely different from last season. I feel like last season we didn't hear about, you know, gaming. We didn't see like alliances or anything like that. But this season, oh baby, we're seeing it. I already went in with my moisturizer with this Pond's cream. This is for dark spots. I'm just about out of this. Like, baby, she is well loved. So I'm just gonna go right in now with my serum. I'm gonna go in right now with my primer. Then I'm gonna color correct. But anyways, y'all, Love Island has taken me on a whirlwind of emotions, baby. Like, I just was not prepared for everything that's happened this season. Like, from the very jump, I feel like Ace was doing a lot. This is the new Maybelline Grippy Serum. Since I picked her up, I have not put it down. But from the very jump, I feel like Ace came in really strong. Like, he made it seem like Jeremiah was there just to play the game, when like literally I feel like he's there for like self-promoting. My Morphe, this is the color Cinnamon. I really love this color corrector. It's very soft for one. I color correct the areas where I have hyperpigmentation. So this around my mouth area. I do go in under my eyes as well. And you don't need a whole lot, which this is actually more than what I could have used. A fluffy brush to like buff it out. But y'all, Taylor literally been waiting for a bombshell to come in so that he could find somebody. Like, the minute Clark came in, he gave her so much energy than what he had given Alondra in 21 days. And y'all, I really feel bad for Alondra, because it's like, girl, what are you not seeing? But then I also had to realize that like, it's typically hard to see stuff whenever you're in the middle of it. Like, we all see everything that Taylor is doing. So we hear the little remarks he making, like, I'm just trying to find a physical attraction, yada, yada, yada. This was earlier on. Like, we hear these remarks, but like, she don't hear this. So like, she think that this boy is like really all about her. And baby, whole time he's using her as a placeholder so that he could stay in that house. Whenever my girl really should have been very open to Jalen, and Taylor could have been about his business. But it just prompts a bigger question of, when you are in a relationship, when you are vibing with somebody, y'all talking, not even like in a serious relationship, but like, are you listening to their words or are you looking at their actions? Because I feel like Alondra should have known how Taylor felt from his actions, which was him being like, like him not really kissing on her, not cuddling her, just stuff like that. So once I have all of these areas color corrected, I just make sure that it's, you know, color correct that. And you gonna look a little crazy. You're going to look crazy, but just keep going. Like, just when you're doing your makeup, like, take your time and like really do your makeup how you want it to be. Because even though if you are a beginner, if you're intermediate, if you're a pro, you need to take your time and do your makeup. Literally take. Y'all, I took about 3 weeks off from creating content. Like, I'm talking about Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. I just took time off because I was feeling like, I don't know, I guess you would call it like a little burnt out a little bit. Like, girl, I was just, I don't know, I was just feeling like, oof, Like, let me just take a step back, because when you're doing something and if you feel like okay, this is my first time doing this. I'm using a Fit Me powder in dark. I saw Jackiana do this. She covered her color corrector with loose powder. And now that I'm doing it, I see why, because it takes away that orange. It still gives it the coverage, but it takes away that orange. I'm not mad at that. I use the Coffee Shop by Juvia's Place. They have really bomb colors. Like, I really love this, and it's really beginner friendly. Like, it really is. And I also use Juvia's Place eye primer to like cut the crease. But other than that, that's the only two things I use, literally. I've just been practicing my cut crease, which is why I did it off camera, because girl, look, baby, I be having to concentrate, literally. But if you are watching Love Island, like, what do you actually think? Like, if you were on the island, do you think that you would have recognized Taylor's actions? Because I feel like he wasn't hiding it. I just feel like he was there, like, oh, I'm coupled up with a laundry. Like, okay. The foundation I'm going to use is the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. This is a 24-hour skin tint, and even though it's a skin tint, it's a lot of coverage. It comes in droplet form, so I really like that. But this has great coverage. Like, if you haven't tried it, you really should. Some of my favorite foundations right now that I've been using is the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint. I've also been using the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and I am a neutral warm undertone. So a lot of my foundations I have to mix with a blue pigment, because sometimes they can run a little red or orange. But I can explain all of that in another video. But these are the two foundations that I'm loving right now. Also, an OG Maybelline Fit Me, the Poreless. Baby, I've been using her for years. So I really love her. The Danessa Myricks, I just completed this one, but I do have a brand new one that I'm ready to pop open at any time. So yeah, I have a brand new one for that one. But today I'm going to use the Maybelline Superstay Skin Tint, and I'm going to mix it with my blue pigment. So I mixed the Superstay with the blue pigment, and I'm going to mix it. And I probably need more, but I don't know. Let's see. Oh no, I think that's good. Oh, I think that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this, and it's probably not enough because I do put foundation on top of my head, but I could do that I could do that separately, but this will be fine. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe spray to wet my foundation brush, and I'm just gonna pick a brush. This is the Real Techniques Bubble Blending Brush. So I'm just gonna wet that a little bit. And go right in. I love this brush too. Oh my god, I love this brush. Okay, putting loose powder over your color corrector, game changer. Like, yeah, Jackiana ate when she did that, when she showed us how to do it. Always bring your foundation down. So how do you think that look? How does that look? And y'all, this is my first video on my camera. I have the Sony ZV-1F, so I'm still getting used to like lighting. I'm getting used to stuff like that. So if the lighting is bad, if the audio is bad, let me know, because I'm still just working stuff out and getting used to it and getting acclimated with it. And And a lot of people don't put makeup on their forehead, but girl, I'm all forehead. I don't have any hair. Like, babe, I got to put the makeup everywhere. But if you like wear bangs or like hair on your forehead, then I wouldn't see the use in putting makeup on it either. And this is not actually every time, but I just go in and buff it in, literally. Another digital product that I wanted to make was something for my alopecia girlies. Like, it's just so many lived experiences that I feel like I can talk to women. Even though I have never been diagnosed with alopecia, I'm a bald woman by choice. I shaved my head 2 years ago and I never looked back. But they do have women that have alopecia that maybe want to learn how to be more confident. They want to learn how to do their makeup with alopecia, being that you don't have any hair. They want to learn how to, oh, I don't need to go all the way down because now we're going in with concealer. Now the concealers, I have been trying so many different concealers, so many different ones, because I am a neutral undertone, so I have been experimenting with different types of concealers. Right now, the one that I'm loving, that I'm absolutely loving, is the Morphe, what is called? The Morphe Filter Effect. This is Rich 30 Neutral. So I've been loving this concealer. And of course I put it in the normal spots where y'all see everybody put concealer. Put a little bit on my forehead. If you have not used the curved case in deep, where have you been? Now, I am also late to the party with this, but baby, I have picked this up and I've been using her down. Like, I'm talking about, I've been using her down. Every time I pick up, they have, the shades they have is Rituation, Blend and Snatch, Shade and Laid, Chocolate Charm, Cherry Cola, Cowlick. This is so pretty. This one is so pretty. Where's the SPF in Mango Daiquiri? You can tell the ones that I've been using, which is the Cowlick in the Rituation. So the Rituation, it looked a little dark at first, but I go right in and I put that on my cheekbones, the higher parts of my cheekbones. Now, it can look a little scary, but you just gotta trust the process. And if it look away and you don't like it, girl, just work through it. Just work through it, okay? Just work through it. I do like to apply my blush before my concealer, so I'm gonna go right in with the Cowlick, and baby, look how pigmented this is. You see that? You see that? And I do bring it up under my eye because I don't like to have like any gaps, but I bring it right up under my eye. And baby, the brush that I'm using is a Real Techniques brush. I like to bring it up. And like I said, I focus on beginner friendly makeup tips and tricks. All of these items, they're super beginner friendly, and this one is too, because it's super easy to blend out. Like, it's really easy to blend out. And put a little bit of the orange on top and get a little fancy. Now mind you, concealer is going over this, so some of this is going to be lost, right? It's going. I do like to put a lighter shade in the corner. The shade that I like to go in the corner with is the L'Oreal Infallible. This is Caramel 400. So it's a little bit lighter than the other concealer. Mind you, I'm still gonna, some people put concealer here and they put it here. If you do that, you'll be further than me, because I feel like sometimes I get lost when I do that. But anyways, back to Love Island. So bombshells end up coming in the house. Taylor immediately hooks up with Clark, right? I'm gonna spray my face with the Morphe just to set this all in. And I don't have my fan. I wish I did. My fan downstairs, and I'm just not walking down there to get it. Okay, so Taylor picked Clark, which was no problem. That was not a problem, right? But he picked her, and then Alondra ended up coming back to the villa. So if y'all not watching, it's a whole bunch of stuff that happened in between, but push gonna shove. Alondra, which was with Taylor, she left the villa, she came back, she saw that Taylor was not hooked up with another girl, right? He had no regards for her feelings. He had no regards for her feelings. He was literally all over Clark right in front of Alondra, and honestly, you're there for love. So I don't blame him for like really fully doing the experiment. I just wish that he would have been honest with Alondra. The 242 brush, this is for cream and liquid bronzer, but girl, I'm gonna use it to blend my concealer out. I'm gonna blend my concealer out. Do you like to use a brush or a sponge? Like, it depends on how I'm feeling sometimes. Cause I like to use brushes, but I also like to use sponges sometimes. And these are really great sponges. They're called Paw Paw Super Soft Paw Paw Wonder Blender. I got these off Amazon because Jamise McPherson, I love her YouTube channel. I've been watching her for years as well, but she recommended these. I tried them, and baby, I haven't put it down since. So it just depends on how I feel in the moment. Wait, baby, I'm gonna be blended. Not be as precise as your favorite makeup girlies, but you know, I end up cleaning it up at the end. This is the Fenty in Ebony. I'm gonna go in with this for my nose. This is also a super beginner makeup tool you can use. That Fenty Matchstick for contouring. To blend out this contour, it's a very soft contour, and it's bronzer in dark. I have so many of these, it's ridiculous. Like, if this is one product that I can use and like never run out of. Contour is not on its best behavior today, but I'ma just leave it there because we can't lose, we can't win every battle. We just can't. And honestly, so who do you think will ultimately win Love Island? If the final couples was Ace and Shelly, Nick and Sierra, Alondra some way, shape, or form, Amaya, Papaya, and Zach A, even though baby he's giving me, he just want to be there and he don't really like Amaya. But who do y'all think is actually going to win this season? Who do y'all think will win? I'm gonna go in with my sponge and touch up my lines under my eye. Before I sit with a loose powder, I like to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me press powder. and press under there. This is before I sit with loose powder. And the loose powder that I use is Huda Beauty in Blondie. I've been loving that as well. That's a newer product that I've been using. Blend like your blush and your contour together more, because I didn't do much of that. You want to go in and blend that in. See, Huda Beauty in Blondie. So this is the loose powder that I use. But I do like how it look when like other beauty girls do it. My battery literally died in the middle of me doing my makeup. Like, going in with my all over face powder. Oh my goodness. And with Studio Fix, my all over face powder. Like I said, I'm a powder girl. So, yeah. And yes, I am a blush girly. I'm a blush girly. We're gonna go in and spray Morphe to melt it all in. Back in with the Juvia's Place, and we're gonna go over the bronzer that we used before, because your makeup will get lost in like all the powder and the sprays from before. You want to go back in, and y'all, because this orange right here, and just kind of go over the pink. L'Oreal, this is my favorite little eyeliner. I've been having this thing for so long. Like, it's my favorite eyeliner. It's a big fat juicy eyeliner, and it's just so black. It's so black. Stay consistent on this channel. It's so many like little videos that I want to do, and my goal is to just really stay consistent and actually do them, because I know I can. It's just when you're working a 9 to 5, which I'm sure a lot of y'all are, I am, you know, and I'm married, I have an 8-year-old, like I have a social life, and as far as like YouTube, I really want to grow my channel, but I just have to really stay consistent. Like, I have to. It's a non-negotiable. I feel like every time I come on here, I'm just like, okay y'all, I'm about to stay consistent. Like at what point are you just gonna do it, you know? And if you think something is this Maybelline lip liner, very beginner friendly, very affordable Maybelline lip liner in Cross the Line. This Juvia's Place lipstick in a mauve moment is so pretty. And I am going to put on my lashes, but I'm gonna do that off camera, so yeah. This Maybelline lip liner is so creamy. Look how pretty that is. Spray with my L'Oreal Paris. If you want your makeup to stay on your face, you need to use a setting spray. You need to use a fixing spray and a setting spray. This is a setting spray. This is a setting spray, so this is used to like melt your powders in. This is also a setting mist. Now this is 36 hours, so it's a bit stronger than a Morphe. Okay, y'all, this is the final look. I am a matte girly, so I prefer a matte lip. Remember, my lip combo was Juvia's Place, a mauve moment, and it was the Maybelline lip liner, which you can find at Walmart. You can find it at Walgreens, CVS, Target. Very beginner friendly. That one was called Cross the Line. Thank y'all for watching this full video. And listen, if y'all are watching Love Island, who do y'all think is going to win? Because baby, they taking me there. But I hope you love this final look, and yes, come back for more. Bye.